If you work shifts, the long hours, the nights, the rotating schedules, then you know a very specific kind of exhaustion. And when your money feels just as chaotic as your sleep schedule, that exhaustion, well, it turns into this constant low-grade stress. So this explainer, it isn't about working harder or finding some new side hustle. Nope. It's about something way more fundamental: creating order. This comment, it just cuts right to the heart of it, doesn't it? When you're already giving 12 hours a day to your job, the question of how to possibly get ahead feels, well, it feels impossible. And you're not alone in feeling this. This is the sound of being trapped between needing more and just not having the time or the energy to go get it. So let's just get one thing perfectly clear right now. The problem is not your effort. You're already putting in the hours. The chaos you might be feeling isn't some kind of personal failure. It's a structural problem. It's just what happens when your life doesn't fit into that standard 9-to-5 world that all the financial advice is built for. Okay, so let's talk about this thing called the effort trap. Because our natural instinct, right, when we're under pressure, is to just push harder. I need more money, so I've got to work more. It seems logical. But for someone already working long, weird hours, this is a trap. It just leads to more exhaustion, more brain fog, and actually deeper financial chaos. It's like you're just pouring more water into a bucket that's already full of holes. So if more effort isn't the solution, what is? Well, it's about getting a new operating system. It's about intentionally moving your financial life from a state of chaos to a state of order. And let's take a look at what that actually feels like. What's so real about this is the feeling it describes. Financial chaos is reactive. You're always putting out fires, right? The whole picture is just blurry, and man, is it draining. But order is intentional. It's clear. And because it's clear, it's calming. It's the feeling of just knowing what's going on, even if your work life is totally unpredictable. So what do we even mean by financial order? It's simple. It's just clarity, visibility. It's creating clear boundaries for your money so that every dollar has a job before you even have to think about it. This isn't about obsessing over every penny. It's about setting up the walls so you don't have to. So, how do we build this? Here's the key. Not with a complicated budget. Instead, we use a system. A really simple, automated system of separation that does all the heavy lifting for you. Think of it like a little piece of engineering. I love this idea, and it actually comes from a totally different world, AI automation. But it applies so perfectly here. Your financial system isn't some massive, complicated machine you have to build all at once. No, it's just Lego bricks, simple little blocks that you snap together one by one. So here's the basic concept of the system. Just picture this. All of your income from every source flows into one single place, like a central sorting hub. And from there, a simple set of rules that you already created automatically sends the money out into different channels. One channel for bills, one for savings, one for your daily spending. The whole point is that every dollar gets exactly one job. The system does the thinking, so you don't have to. And this brings us to the real payoff. And honestly, it has almost nothing to do with the money itself. The true goal of a system like this is to get rid of the mental burden. It's all about ending financial decision fatigue, which is a killer after a long, hard shift. This number, this is the goal. 0. The aim of this entire system is to get the number of daily financial decisions you have to make down to 0. Just think about that for a second. When you're standing in the grocery store, exhausted, you don't have to do that mental math. You don't have to ask, can I afford this? You just look at your spending account. The decision was already made for you weeks ago. You're just carrying out the plan. And the benefits are immediate. It just cuts down that constant mental load you're carrying around. It helps stop impulsive spending, which, let's be honest, is usually just a symptom of being too tired to make a smart choice. It automatically starts building a buffer for you. And maybe most important of all, it gives you back a feeling of control in a life that can feel pretty out of control sometimes. Okay, now let's be really realistic about what we're trying to achieve here. This system is not about getting rich overnight. It's about one thing: stability. It's about laying a solid foundation. The goal of creating order is stability, not instant wealth. It's about finding some calm, not about optimizing every single dollar for the highest possible return. Think of it this way. This system is the concrete foundation for a house. It is not the finished house. But you know what? Without that solid, stable foundation, anything else you try to build is just going to crumble eventually. So, once that foundation is poured, once order is basically running on autopilot, then what? Well, that's when we can finally start talking about the next level. Because with the chaos managed, you finally have the mental space for what comes next: discipline. And that really is the crucial question, isn't it? Once you create this stable foundation for yourself, what do you build on top of it? This is where all those other ideas, financial discipline, long-term goals, your identity around money, this is where they finally get a chance to work. Because here's the truth: you can't be disciplined in the middle of chaos. First, you create order, then you build.